Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Ooh, it is, for me, it is a very relaxing Saturday. I know I did not have a Saturday morning video, but that's okay. By the time you're watching this, you may or may not have already had the opportunity to watch the live hooker versus hooker video. Yeah, that one. I'm gonna be on that one. And my time, it's about an hour from now. So there we go. I don't know what I'm in for. Just gonna say. So it's been a great day. I came into my yarn room. I was gonna go out with friends. I didn't. I had friends over last night, which was enjoyable, but you know, came in here all nice and relaxed, and then I got a notification, Lori from the Armchair Chef is live. Okay, well then of course I had to go on and support and just be there and chat. That was a lot of fun. Did that and was working on baby items. My family is blessed and it is growing. We have grandbaby number 6 on the way, ready to be born sometime in May. And then my nephew also, he and his wife are expecting their first child also in May. So my sister was saying, yeah, you need to start making some baby things. You need to start working on it, you know, kind of intersperse the saving graces. Obviously it's after Christmas, so I can get that Christmas rush done. But one, not to wait and to procrastinate at the same time. I know that's totally contradictory, but not to wait is let me grab out one of my books. I got this Debbie Bliss book. This is Baby Knits for Beginners by Debbie Bliss, and I have made things in this in the past. Not that you've seen, but you know, past like years and years, way before I ever had a channel. And when I was thinking of baby stuff, I'm like, I want to make a baby sweater. All right, well, of course I've got Ravelry, I've got everything else, I've got tons of books, but why not use our own personal library? Why not look at things and join in? Let's see, do I know when this book was even published? Probably not. Printed in the USA, that was nice. Okay, so photographs were in 2003, so somewhere around that time period. Yeah. Debbie Bliss has asserted her right to be identified as the author of this work under the Copyright Designs and Patents Act of 1988. So, you know, I'm thinking it was around that 2003-ish time period because that's when the photos were done. Yep, 2003, so a 21-year-old book. It is mine. There we go. So, you know, you might be able to find it in libraries, different things as far as that goes, but I've made sweaters, you know, for coworkers, actually. One of my coworkers I did for their youngin' that's probably old enough to drink now, right? You know, it's been that many years. So it was one that I immediately thought of and wanted to work with. And having fun. Look at this. I know, check this out. This is, it's a discontinued yarn, but the fact is, it's in my stash and I'm using it. Right? Yeah, you can tell discontinued. Hobby Lobby, when they do their discontinuing, their annual clearance, it used to be a lot more fun, not gonna lie. They mark things off 75%. Their sales are fantastic. And you've got that beautiful orange sticker, 75% off. So I paid $1.49 for this, had it in my stash for quite some time, and thought, you know, I'm gonna make a sweater. Now, it's too early to know for either one of these little ones if it's boy or girl. I'm kind of thinking there's going to be a baby boy coming along, you know, and that's okay because I got a 50-50 shot. Yeah, so it doesn't hurt my feelings either way. So the yarn that I picked out first, and trust me, I got more yarn. I got more yarn, but this is 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. It's 180 yards. That's 165 meters. This is 46% acetate, 46% cotton, 6% viscose, 2% polyester. It does show that you can wash it and dry it and iron, don't bleach it. That makes sense. There you go. So it's a good one to use for a sweater for a baby. This is a number 4 medium weight yarn. The recommended needle size is US 8s and the hook size is an I crochet hook. I'm using 7s because all my 8s are being used. That's why. That's the only reason. And normally it would be, according to the pattern, I'm not using the yarn the pattern calls for. According to the pattern, it would be 7s and 8s or something. I don't know. It was the typical you make for the ribbing one size and then for the body another size. But I am making this a lot bigger than what it states. Let me show you the one I'm doing. There's not a great picture in here that gives all the massive details. Not that there's a lot of massive details of the sweater, but it is just so adorable. Look at that. It's one of those sweaters that has the set-in sleeve, so it is not done in the round top down. I like in the round top down with no seaming, but I have done this one multiple times. Okay, so you've got right here, can you see that? So it's showing, here's the body of the sweater right here, and then you're setting in that sleeve. Okay, you know, I can do that. I did it, you know, a decade plus ago, and my skills were not as good as they are now, so I can do that. I got this. Yeah, there we go. So this was, like I said, the first one that I thought of. And you know what I might try too? Look at those booties. Aren't those just the cutest things that you have ever seen? I think I need to make some more. I know I've made them in the past, but the you know how you can sew them together and you can either make or break the design? I've gotten better. Yeah. So I'm kind of hoping that if I do decide to make a pair with those, that they'll be better. And I do have some cotton fixation yarn, which is like a little bit of cotton and elastic, which I think would be perfect for the socks. Yeah, that would be actually a really good thing, because it would give a little bit of stretch and to help to stay on the little baby feet. I'm trying to show the other picture in here of that one, and I probably can't find it. Oh, there it is. All right, so that's the picture of the baby booty, right? So you do this weird origami shape, and then you sew it together. So again, I can do the weird origami shape. My knitting skills, I'm quite confident I can make the shape. I was able to make the shape a decade plus ago. The sewing together in a nice, pleasing manner, that's another story. I like to think I've gotten better. I think it's like, kind of like a challenge. I think I just called myself out. But I think I could do it, right? Yes, I can. So I'm going to have to do that too. So I've got the yarn, this pretty tweed indeed, chambray tweed. If you have any in your stash, yeah, it's chambray tweed number 2 is what it is. And it is just a very, very soft, pretty machine washable yarn. It's got little flecky tweeds in there, not a lot, but just a little tiny bit. And I think it's adorable. So instead of doing the things that I'm supposed to do and work on the things for the children that are old enough to call me out, yep, I'm working on the sweater. So you can see that texture. It's just a knit and purl texture, easy, right? You can see that texture. I did not change needles, so that's size 7 down there for the ribbing. I think it said I was supposed to do 8 rows. I did 6, didn't realize it, whatever. I'm not pulling it out. 6 is good. And the texture is great. Now for me personally, and I remember this the first time I did this too, when I'm working, because you're working back and forth, when I'm working the front side, it's easy for me to see where my knits and purls are. Otherwise, read your knitting. Okay, you're making a diamond. I can see that. The back side, on the other hand, is a lot more difficult for me to tell when I get to that row if it is how I do my stitches. You know, I can't read it as easily. I couldn't before, I can't now. I'm getting there. It's okay. I did it, right? So I have got, see that? That is one little shoulder sleeve, the neck, and then I undo the little other shoulder sleeve. So I'm flying right along on this. Since I'm using different yarn than what was called for and slightly different needles, I cast on for the smallest size, which said it was going to be about 3 to 6 months. But with my measurements that I'm getting more to that 6 to 9 months. A little bit bigger than that, but not quite, you know, larger than that. So this one will be around for a little while, that mommies can layer the child, and you know, it's not going to be one of those that you'll be lucky if you get one picture with the baby wearing it and then they're outgrowing it. So it is going to be a little larger, but still within the under the year mark. Yay! So liking that. Who's going to be the recipient? Not sure yet, because again, 2 new babies coming along in May. However, there is one of our family friends, they've got a 2-month-old little boy, and it is getting colder. And yeah, this would be quite big and everything for the little guy, but I think this would be absolutely adorable. Next time family comes down to visit, I should have this done. And, you know, if I feel so inclined, it will go home with them, because that's how that works. That's 100% how that works. So that was another reason to go ahead and grab the blue. It's such a pretty blue. It's so nice and everything. But not to be left out, I do have in my collection of Hobby Lobby discontinued yarn. You know, we got to use this sometimes. You can't just continue to house it and try to get it all the way up to the ceiling. Can I even show that? Look, see, all the way up to the ceiling, right? You got to, you know, once in a while, yeah, I showed it. Once in a while, you should use some of the stuff you have. Stop buying things. I don't know who needs to hear this. Yeah, I'm still buying stuff. I'm just, you know, no judgment, whatever. Okay, so I have this one, another one that was my Hobby Lobby clearance. This is Hint of Silk Dusty Rose, and it's another 3-ounce, 130 yard yarn. The color's Dusty Rose. 3 ounces, 130 yards, 85 grams. This is 85% bamboo, 15% silk. It is machine wash dryable. You can iron it. Don't bleach it. Why would you bleach your yarn? I think that's like if you did it on accident. I don't think you'd want to do it on purpose. And this is another one that says recommended US 8 knitting needles and a size I for the crochet hook. But isn't that pretty? It's just such a pretty pink. I like that dusty rose pink and the antiquing look. I don't know, I put the other dress away. So I do have options to make all sorts of things. I know the traditional baby pink and baby blue aren't necessarily as in style traditional now, but having it as the more antiqued looking, the dusty rose, the just off colors, I think those are more trendy. So I really like this too. And I'm looking at doing some other things. And I think I might have enough. Oh my gosh. So in this book, there are some pretty patterns and some cute things that, you know, I obviously got this book way before Ravelry came around. It's just what you had. You had books and you looked at your books in your library and that was it. And you played with your books constantly. I mean, that's it. So this pattern right here is so simple, so easy to make. I know on that one, I would take a 100-gram ball of fingering weight yarn, like the heritage print, or just, you know, or some of the Barocco with the cotton blend and everything. Oh my gosh, those were amazing because you could work with a size 4, size 5 needle using that and make up to a 3-month size cardigan. And it was just the cutest thing. And it was that pattern. And just, you know, I made it with just one color as opposed to doing the different colors, but such a nice, simple pattern. Another one that I haven't done, but I think my skills have gotten better. I should do this one. I love the seed stitch, and then the color of that, look at that. So that right there is just so sweet, so precious, such a beautiful little pattern. And wouldn't that be adorable in this? And I think I might have enough. I mean, that's hidden in here. Yeah, that's in this bin right here. So, you know, I got some space over here, right? You know, but yeah, I should do something like that. And the nice thing with making some of the smaller things, you can get a sense of finishing if you don't stall. I'm just saying, don't stall. If you're anything like me, just do not stall. But you can get that sense of satisfaction quicker. Yeah, you really, really can, which is fun. If it's anything like amigurumi for me, no. You got to go all the way. You can't just stop. You can't pause. You can't stop. So this particular one comes in size newborn all the way up to 36 months. So, you know, just perfect. Debbie Bliss has some simple patterns, simple, easy to understand styling, and, you know, easy construction. And the other thing too, with going with the pieces, I like top down with in the round, but going with the pieces like that is fantastic for people who, one, don't have the equipment with all the circular needles, and the other one aren't comfortable, haven't mastered that technique and that skill of working with the circular needles. So just taking your piece, going back and forth, and then pin it out, block it, and blocking it does make it a lot easier to sew it together. It's a step, it's annoying, I get it, but it does make it easier. But pin it out, block it, sew it together, and have that heirloom piece. But this book, like I said, it brings back a lot of memories because I have made multiple things from it, and I've also dreamed about multiple things from it. Now there's some other things that I call filler patterns of why. One of them, it's the pillow. I mean, I get it, but that's a filler pattern just to add to the book, whatever. For that matter, the pattern of the cute baby on the front. I would not make a scarf for a child like that. You know, the little guy, you know, it's just, you know, you can. I mean, you definitely can. It would not be my first choice. You know what I'm getting at? But there is that. So there are some nice patterns in here. This is made with, you know, like a number 3 or a number 4 weight. So you're done with it a lot sooner, a lot quicker, not working with the fingering weight. I love the fingering weight yarn. I really, really do. But I do understand wanting to get your thing done before the baby outgrows it. I mean, there is that. A lot of this stuff, like the little jacket, you know, you got your front and your back pieces. You're starting off, if you're making the newborn piece, 35 stitches for one of the fronts, you know. So you've got little small pieces that you're sewing together. We can do this. We've got skills. We've got skills. So anyway, this is what I'm doing right now, is playing with this stuff and relaxing on my day, because in the next hour, I will be going my time, you know, because yeah, for the next hour for me, I'm going to be part of that hooker versus hooker and live, and I'll find out for November what I'm making, what colors are going to be used for this challenge. So I'll have to get that link and attach it to the bottom. If you haven't seen it, I haven't done it yet, so I can't tell you anything about it. But if you haven't already seen it by the time you see this, I'll go ahead and put that on there. So you're welcome to watch that and laugh at all of the shenanigans. I've watched multiple other podcasters on said competition, and there's a lot of shenanigans. So I don't know what I'm in for. I know it's going to be chaos and laughter and getting called out, etc. It's gonna be fun. So you won't want to miss all of that. And like I said, if you have missed it, just go watch the replay. You know, might as well see what's going on, see what secret thing I'm going to have to make during November. So what that means is I need to hurry up and work on these things right now, get off here, work on this a little bit more before I have to go on with my life, so then I can try to get something accomplished and done. Because I think my time's going to be really taken up for November. Between that and my secret Santa that I've got going on from the channel Lori, the Armchair Chef, having a secret Santa thing going on, and all of the things that the kids want, and the new babies coming along. What an amazing blessing to have that issue. Oh, there's so many things to make because there's a baby. Yeah, I'll take that any day. That's awesome. With that, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.